Started, sir.
Okay. Now you don't stop recording, just keep on pause. This is the difference between linear and circular processor. Okay, complete? Yes. Sri Chakran. So the metabolic processes, yeah, 1 minute, yeah, you can write. Okay, Sumedha, don't worry. For next class, you can manage. Yeah, completed. Thank you. Right. See here. Explain once again what I need to explain once again about the glucose metabolism, anabolism, and catabolism in animals. Suppose if we take in animal how glucose is not synthesized because there is no photosynthesis in animal. As there is no photosynthesis in animals, we are taking the food from starch. So as we are taking the starch, that starch will be digested in our stomach. So the digestion of starch results in formation of glucose. From the formation of glucose in stomach, from that formation of glucose, absorption of glucose into blood and transport of glucose, then the breakdown of glucose by respiration and the conversion of glucose into glycogen or glucose to any other molecules, that is totally called glucose metabolism. All metabolic or changes in reactions of a particular compound is called its metabolism. That's what we are saying. What is metabolism? Metabolism is making and breakdown, making and breaking. Okay. See here, in a living system, in metabolism, every chemical reaction is a catalyzed reaction. In metabolism, every reaction is catalyzed by an enzyme. One enzyme will catalyze one reaction, every reaction, and particularly there is no uncatalyzed reaction in living cell. There is no uncatalyzed reaction. We cannot find any reaction that is not catalyzed. Any uncatalyzed reaction in living cells. In living cells, there is no single uncatalyzed reaction. All the reactions, all the processes which are taking place in living cells must be catalyzed. That catalysis is done by what? Enzymes usually. If you see this, take an example. Even dissolving of CO2 in water, dissolving of CO2 in water is usually a physical process. But in living cell, this same reaction, it is catalyzed process. Even mixing or dissolving the CO2 in water, usually for that saving, mixing of water, that is not a chemical process actually. If you take water and if we add carbon dioxide will be dissolved. That is not a chemical reaction actually. That is a physical process which is taking place outside the cell. But if we need to carry the same process inside the living cell, the same dissolving of CO2 in water will be taken place by the catalyst. It is a catalyzed reaction in living cell or living system. So, what is the catalyst? Catalyst. What are catalysts? Catalysts are enzymes which increase the rate of reaction so that they can increase the metabolism. Okay. These enzymes hasten means increase the rate of metabolism. Rate of metabolism is increased by the enzymes which are acting as catalysts. Okay. That is about metabolic processes. Photosynthesis, which are biosynthetic pathway, that is called as anabolic process, and this one what breakdown or breaking process is called as a catabolic process. If you see the energy changes, normally study of energy is called bioenergetics. Study of energy in living cell. Energy in living cells. In a living organism, if we study the changes in energy, energiologics, bioenergetics is a branch of science that deals with circular metabolism. Product will not, product is not forming, but during that circular formation, there may be conversion of or byproducts may be converted. In circular metabolism, product will not form, but product will be formed actually. In circular process, there is formation of product, but the products are released as byproducts during the process. In circular metabolic process, products are released during the formation of intermediates. So products are released as byproducts. Byproducts is what. See, this bioenergetics is a field of science. If you see the study the changes in energy for anabolic reactions, anabolic processes or anabolic reactions need energy. Anabolic reactions or anabolic process need energy, whereas catabolic process, which is a degrading pathway, that catabolic process releases energy. As energy is needed by anabolic process, that anabolic process is called endergonic reaction or endergonic process, whereas energy is released during the degradation or catabolic process, that catabolism is called exergonic process. endergonic process and exergonic process. Take some examples. Just now we studied photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is anabolic process, right? For this anabolism I am writing 6CO2 plus 6H2O gives rise C6H12O6 plus 6O2. This is anabolic process. How we are giving energy here? What is the energy taken here for this process? Yeah, sunlight. Sunlight energy is taken. The sunlight energy is converted into chemical energy. Whereas for a catabolic process, glucose is converted into CO2 plus H2O. Glucose will be broken down by respiration into this carbon dioxide and water. Here what is the energy released here? ATP will be released as energy. ATP. That for anabolic process to carry out, they need energy. That means to complete the process, they take or absorb the energy from outsource. That's why they are called as endergonic reactions. And for catabolic processes, during the catabolism or during the breakdown of a material from one molecule to another molecule, there is a release of energy. That energy may be chemical energy or whatever it is. Heat energy, chemical energy, light energy, whatever it is. Different forms of energy. That is what we are saying, endergonic reactions. Okay. If you see the process, then you can understand. I mean, where this energy metabolism is taking place means, energy metabolism is taking place majorly in muscle and some other tissues. Energy metabolism. Copy this. To carry out work, energy metabolism takes place. Energy metabolism means breakdown of molecules and release of energy. That is majorly taking place in skeletal muscle, because muscle is the tissue where it is moving very rapidly for energy. Metabolism is taking place in skeletal muscle and there is release of energy. From that energy, we can do work, we can move. Okay, right. Up to here I will arrange. This metabolism is a sequential process, we know. As metabolism is sequential process, there is 2 or more reactions are taking place in metabolism. Suppose if you take glycolysis. In glycolysis, there is around 10 reactions taking place. Exactly. 10 reactions are taking place in glycolysis. CCA cycle is there. That is also involving around 10 reactions. Number of reactions for one metabolism to another metabolism is different. And from this metabolism, there is release of energy, ATP, right? That ATP is called what? Energy currency of the cell. ATP is considered as energy currency of the cell. Okay, right. That ATP energy is there now? Yeah, mitochondria. That energy ATP, I mean energy may be used for many processes like osmosis from lower concentration to high concentration movement, that is osmosis. That is biosynthesis or mechanical work. We are doing any physical work means for that also energy will be used, or for biosynthesis of any material also this energy may be used. That means ATP is considered as energy currency of the cell that provides energy for all living processes. Okay. Right. This I will erase. Then a small concept left based on this metabolism. we can say living states. Living states. Okay. What happens during metabolism? During metabolism, many compounds are involving in metabolic processes like anabolism and breakdown. Anabolism, catabolism processes are taking place now. With the help of that anabolism and catabolism processes, there are many molecules, even thousands of molecules. Thousands of molecules are there, are interconverting each other. Interconverting means they are interchanging. Interconverting. Thousands of molecules are interconverting in a living organism. So the thousands of molecules which are interconverting are called metabolites. In biomicromolecules, we told you metabolites, primary metabolites, secondary metabolites. The compounds which are produced during metabolism are called as metabolites. They may be primary metabolites or secondary metabolites. Here these are metabolites which are forming here. That metabolites are changing their concentration. These metabolites changes in their concentration. Their concentration is changing in respect to the process what is taking place. Each metabolite is changing its concentration. Just now I told you, suppose glucose is there. Glucose concentration in our body is permanent. Glucose concentration may be varying from one concentration to another concentration. Suppose if we take more carbohydrates, then glucose concentration in our body may increase. If we take less carbohydrate diet, then the glucose concentration may be decreasing. Suppose glucose concentration for normal healthy individual. Glucose concentration is 4.5 to 5.0 millimoles. 4.5 to 5.0 millimoles in a normal and healthy individual. In a normal and healthy person, the regular glucose concentration in blood, glucose concentration in blood is 4.5 to 5.0. Whereas if you see hormones are there, some hormones may be from nanograms to picogram concentration. Nanograms or picograms. What is nanogram unit? 10 power minus 9 gram. 10 power minus 9 gram, 10 power minus 6 gram is called nanogram. 10 power 9, yeah, 10 power minus 9 kilogram, I think. Yeah, 10 power minus 9 kilogram. Kilogram or gram? 10 power minus 9 gram. No, milligram, microgram. Yeah, 10 power minus 9 gram is called as nanogram. 10 power minus 12 gram is picogram. That concentration is different. Millimole per ml. Per ml there may be hormones in nanogram per picogram. Okay? Here, but whatever that is the concentration, all living organisms have these metabolites in non-equilibrium steady states. In non-equilibrium steady states. This non-equilibrium steady state is called living state. Without reaching the equilibrium, the process has to be continuing. Then only that living being is said to be living one. Otherwise, that is not living state. We will see the difference. What is non-equilibrium steady state? All metabolite concentration should not reach equilibrium. What is equilibrium? What is the equilibrium? State of rest. Yes. State of rest. When state of rest will come during a chemical process? In a chemical reaction, when the process will become rest, I mean the reaction will be resting. Rate of forward and backward reactions are same. Maximum reactant has converted into product. Yes. The rate of forward and backward reaction is the same, means that is called what? Yeah. Very good, Dhanvantri. Dhanvantri, Sumita Lohini, good. Here, suppose if we take a reaction, A plus B are there, which are converting into C plus D. This is the reaction. Suppose half of the reactants are converted into products. Half of the reactants are converted into products. Then reactants is equal to products. The reactant is equal to product means the process will slow down. That is what equilibrium. Where the reactants and product concentration becomes equal, that state is called as equilibrium. Once equilibrium is reached means process will slow down. Even it may be stopped. So to avoid equilibrium, what we do? We continuously supply reactants or we continuously add energy. We can continuously supply energy or we can continuously add reactants so that the process will be continued without reaching equilibrium. Once equilibrium reached means process will stop. Okay. So here in our living body also, all living organisms have these metabolite concentrations in non-equilibrium steady state. All the metabolic process, whatever taking place in our body, all will be continuously taking place without reaching equilibrium. How? There is a non-equilibrium state is maintained. How can we maintain non-equilibrium steady state in living being? Suppose we human beings, we are maintaining non-equilibrium states. How can we maintain non-equilibrium states? By supplying energy. Where we are supplying energy? By altering temperature, by supplying energy. Where we are supplying energy? How can we supply energy? By taking food. If we take the food, then the food will be metabolized and there is release of energy. That energy will be used for the metabolism without equilibrium. Suppose if no more energy is available to our body, what happens? No more energy is available to body. We are not taking food. If we don't take food, energy will not be available. If energy is not available, the process will sleep. Yeah, permanent sleep, not simple sleep. Yeah, the process will become equilibrium. If we are not taking if we are not providing the energy, that will reach equilibrium. All metabolic processes in our body reaches equilibrium means our body will be rest condition. So that equilibrium is reached means then the organism will become non-living or dead. That is important point. So living state is non-equilibrium steady state. Okay. So that non-equilibrium steady state, what are that? I mean, metabolite concentration is there, na? That metabolite concentration, what is changing during the metabolism is called as metabolic flux. The metabolite changes what are taking place during this non-equilibrium steady state is called as metabolic flux. Okay, the steady state means that is non-living state, whereas non-equilibrium steady state means that is living state. Okay, at any system, whatever the living system or a chemical process or reaction, every system at equilibrium cannot perform work. Living organisms work continuously. As we are doing a work continuously, we will reach equilibrium very fastly, so that we need to take food. Okay, we are not taking the food means, we are not doing work means, we are not doing any work means, we are in rest condition means, then there is no wastage of energy. So that no need to take more amount of food, because equilibrium will not come very fast if we are not doing any work. But when we are performing a work, because I mean we may think we are sleeping. In sleeping also our body process may be working, like circulatory system. Circulatory system will be working. Digestive system will be working. Some process are taking place inside the body. For that there is need of energy. When we are performing the work, then equilibrium will be reached very fastly. So that we need to provide energy in the form of food. So by taking the food we can provide energy. So when we are providing the energy, that energy will be taken for the metabolic process, and the process will be maintained in non-equilibrium steady state, which is called a living state. The steady state, equilibrium or steady state means non-living state. So if metabolism is not taking place in our body, once equilibrium is reached means the person is said to be dead. The person is said to be dead when steady state is reached or equilibrium is reached. Okay, this one, what non-equilibrium steady state, write one point. Non-equilibrium steady state is achieved by energy input. Non-equilibrium steady state or living state is achieved by energy input. Next point, metabolism provides a mechanism for energy production. Metabolism provides mechanism for energy production. Hence, living state and metabolism are synonymous. Living state and metabolism are synonymous. And without metabolism, without metabolism, there cannot be a living state. Without metabolism, there cannot be a living state. Okay, this is about living states. Okay, for WPT, revise every concept of this metabolism, enzyme. Read thoroughly NCERT, then refer class notes also once. Living state is achieved by energy input. Dynamic state only, this one. Dynamic state means living state. Non-equilibrium steady state is also called dynamic state. Non-equilibrium steady state is also called steady state. Yeah, enzyme, this metabolism, simple concept only. Metabolism and living state, 3 or 4 questions may possible for this WPT. In NCERT, this is just a paragraph. 2 paragraphs are there. That's all. Okay, with this biomolecule chapter is complete. Next, we'll start a cell cycle, cell division chapter from Monday. Monday means, yeah, we have Monday class. For this WPT, you read enzymes and this metabolism along with this living state also. Okay, Elil, stop recording. Elil went somewhere. Yeah, biomolecules lesson is fully complete, Vaishika. Vaishika faces much problems today. She is leaving and joining. I think network is not constant. Where is Elil? Elil, stop recording. Elil is not there. I think he turned on meeting and he is doing something. Yeah, you copy. I won't erase the board. Okay, that's all. Enough for today. You can leave the meeting and have a nice day. We'll meet in Monday's class. Yeah, Elil, stop meeting, man. Stop recording, man.